Ban all EU fishing vessels. UK fishermen revolted and demanded that all fishing boats of European countries be evicted. 3 years after Britain officially left the EU, fishermen are still angry about the deal agreed to by then Prime Minister Boris Johnson. UK fishermen have had an uprising and have lashed out at the government and accused it of betrayal over broken Brexit promises, with European ships still allowed to riot in the region. British Sea. Former Prime Minister Boris Johnson and his Conservative government have promised fishermen that they will be fully protected in the event of any trade deal with the European Union. This agreement was signed at the 11th hour of December 30, 2020 with fishing rights, which has been the main contentious issue in the often bitter negotiations between the two sides, one of the final issues. Need to be resolved. But 3 years after the UK officially left the bloc, fishermen are furious about what they see as betrayal and broken promises from the Tories. These British fishermen are demanding that their government expel all EU fishing boats and ban them forever, so that their fish stocks will not be exhausted. Barry Dias, CEO of the National Federation of Fishermen's Organisations, told Express.co.uk, "The partnership and trade agreement is a huge disappointment for most in the fishing industry because it falls short of the promises Boris made to Johnson and Lord Frost. There was an initial shock, frustration and disappointment because so much was promised, but received so little. We were promised an exclusive 12 nautical mile limit, which is a UK-specific red line, but European ships will continue to be allowed to fish within the 6 to 12 nautical mile limit. All of that is very disappointing and very frustrating and in many ways reflects continuity with our experience in the common fisheries policy." He continued, "The UK fishermen feel very frustrated because there are so many promises but very little delivered." Alastair Carmichael, Liberal Democrat MP for Orkney and Shetland and Vice Chair of the House of Commons All-Party Parliamentary Group on Fisheries, said fishermen have been left with an agreement unlike the others. What they promised. Mr. Dias asked the UK to revolt to reclaim the rights of British fishermen. All EU fishing vessels need to be banned from UK waters. Mr. Carmichael also continued, "We need to reclaim our fishing grounds, all that belongs to us needs to be taken back, otherwise we will be seen as weak."